Hello again. If you cut the last live, it's Marie from Cosmic Crone Conversation without Tina this week. We've been very busy creating the new Yappy Valley Sanctuary, and for Tina had to move land. Long story, but it got me thinking about how I think about the dogs, and I'm calling them cosmic dogs. Some dogs make each other safe, some don't. Like people who just don't get on sometimes, personalities, backgrounds, what you've gone through, and things like that. But animals have that connection, don't they? In general, I think with humans. Um, you see, when you look at a dog, observe a dog, and I'm just talking specifically about dogs this time on this podcast, is that it's just that look in their eyes. Now, some, they're showing fear, some of them are showing, you make me feel safe. Is that your thoughts? I'm not sure. There are some dogs who actually don't say a lot, they just bring themselves to you, and their eyes seem to talk to you, their soul seems to talk to you. Yeah, mostly, have you got something to eat? But in all seriousness, I feel safe. That can look scary sometimes, some of the rescue dogs, because they've had to endure stuff. I wonder if you can relate. They've got energy, haven't they? Dogs have energy, like all animals, they have energy, and they can bring to the party an energy of hopefulness, of we're going to get through this. Now people say, yeah, absolutely, off your rocker. How can you tell all this? You have pack leaders, and the one pack leader at the moment, I think he's going through some sort of, I don't know, I don't think he knows what's going on himself. He was so sure in his last environment. Hi, oh sorry, I didn't realise I got anybody in the chat. Where are you from? At the moment, I'm in Northern Cyprus, and I'm originally from the UK. So hi, everyone in the chat. Yeah, I don't know if you can relate to rescue dogs in particular I'm talking about. I put some notes down because I was having a time when I'm away from them all the rescue dogs. I'm away from Tina, my co-host on here, and we all feed off each other. We all have this bond. Morning. Well, it's just gone midday here in Northern Cyprus. I'm in my village. I've just put some notes down, and genuinely needed. I always need notes. If you've ever watched or listened to a Cosmic Crone conversation on Spotify, I always need notes because I just go off on tangents like I am now. And well, sticking to dogs. I don't know if anybody's aware who's watching at the moment, but we lost a few dogs on the way from the Sazliku area or Zebaku area to this Yappy Valley. And it really is, I think it's knocked the whole lot of them for six, because those ones that are gone, their spirits are all still with us. And but I don't think a lot of the dogs there are genuinely feeling safe at the moment, although they are. Like I say, the pack leader, Wolfie, he's really He's really putting his foot down more than he ever did because, like I say, he's feeling scared, I think, and insecure at the moment. I mean, dogs have this aura, don't they? Thank you. Thank you so much, Warrior Girl, who comes in. I've got to say, I cannot see some of the names here, but thank you all for being there in the chat. I was going to say, dogs have this aura, don't they? They have this extreme aura that you can feed from. Going back to rescue dogs, you could have got them, well, some of them we've got them from puppies, and we've provided that safe space for them. Some of them have been actually just thrown out of cars and left. My last dog, who's a rescue dog here where I live, she's called Polly. I don't know if anybody knows anything about Peaky Blinders from the UK, Birmingham, but she's named Polly Janham. To her friends, but she's Polly Shelby. She is. Right, some of us have that ability to connect with animals, and the dogs there, they can be our guides and our teachers. They really are. It's about humility. It's about connecting. Dogs are spirit guides as well, aren't they? They can be. I tell you what, I believe when my one dog passed, our Misty, last year, I could see her, I could feel her. I feel her, but I don't see her as much now. And the ones at the new Yappy Valley Sanctuary in the hills of Killickaya, don't know if he pronounced that bit at the end, but there is a spirit there. There is an urgency, I think, from them to know what's going on, because right now we're building, I wouldn't say, they ain't pens, but they're places for them to be safe in, and they're quite big areas, so it's taking a lot of time. Physically, emotionally, psychologically, they really help us, don't they? Dogs become our friends, dogs become our companions. The rescue dogs are my sanctuary. My sanctuary. Them combined are my sanctuary. Don't you think they also can sense a bad feeling from people? And you know what? Sometimes the dogs in the rescue sanctuary don't get it right sometimes because they've had that nastiness, or they've had that human interaction that hasn't been very positive whatsoever. So they come from a different angle. I mean, I don't know if anybody's gone to an organisation that rescues dogs and gives you, you know, the opportunity to purchase one that's got everything done fine. It's all that psychological stuff, isn't it? And they come to us with baggage like we come to them with baggage. The rescue dogs at the sanctuary, some of them have got some baggage, but they have time for you if you have time for them. That connection, that frequency that sometimes is not understood. I look at my notes. I would say that's what I was going to say about companionship, loyalty. Are they really all just human traits? Or do our cosmic dogs, our rescue dogs, have that ability as well? Do you know what? The rescue dogs, they can't seek counselling, can they? They can't go to a self-help group. So sometimes they heal themselves if they can. That's magical. That's magical to see somebody from a very scared state, a very aggressive, or a very, like, just leave me alone state, to trust, knowing that that person, particularly a person, or even, yeah, a person bringing them food, you're all right. And they have to trust other dogs, because it's not always a two-way street. Not everybody gets on. What about, what's got me as well? I'm just going to take a look at the, the comments. How about growing up on a farm? Yeah. I know I'm talking about the rescue dogs again, whoever's joined or right here with me now. I am talking about animals, but I'm particularly talking about the rescue dogs, because they have, for me, a different reality to dogs that are allowed on the bed, that are allowed, go on the settee and all that. They don't have some of these comforts. They don't have some of our, I don't know, our things that we put in their lives. Some of these rescue dogs are traumatized. I've said this, but they're traumatized. They have a narrative that they can't trust. I've seen dogs that have had psychological problems that are rescued in the pack, and have just complete barking for, just you walk past, they see you, bark, and it's this aggression. But there was one particular dog that I didn't speak to. I just walked past and let her carry on. And then as the days went by, when I was around her, she was quite wanting to have a go. I didn't feel she was going to bite me or hurt me like that. She just let me know she was there. She weren't happy. 2 years later, this one particular dog eats at you out your hand. She's gorgeous. But if one other dog gets on a bad side, she's like that. What I'm saying is, the aura that you bring, that connection you bring to our rescue dogs anyway, is something I think they all appreciate. I hope they do. There's if you're in a house, wherever you are, your homestead, wherever you are, they crave, like the rescue dogs, they crave your attention. Sometimes the rescue dogs are fighting for your attention. But I think that time you spend, and I can guarantee the time that Tina spends in their different areas, because they have to be sectioned because of their qualities. The time she spends, she meditates. She, I think, brings an aura, a frequency to the dogs that settles them. Okay, it may not be for long sometimes, but she does do this. We encourage people who are coming not to be too loud. You have to shout sometimes. You have to shout to remind them, no. It's not on. Come on. Come away. Stop doing that for whatever reason. But I'm coming back to the fact that your tone. I was talking about, sorry, I did go from stroking your dog. That's what I meant. It doesn't matter where the rescue dogs are there on the land. Your rescue dogs are at home. Just spending time with them. That's what I was getting at. I can tell you, I don't know if you've had this experience, but you've come with this baggage in your head, in your heart. Your aura is so, I don't know, maybe let's just call it negative. You've only got to spend a few moments with one of the dogs that you get on with, or is more likely to come and sit with you, and your demeanour changes. I think we do that as humans as well. I mean, they don't have... They can... Look, they can uplift you. I think sometimes as well, they're a sounding board as well. I'm sorry, I'm just going to look at... What? Our dogs only came... Oh, okay. You're reading the comments. Fair enough. You're a catalyst, don't you think? They are a catalyst for you, the rescue dogs. You are a catalyst for them. And I think if you bring anything negative, sometimes they just don't even bother with you. I think we have the opportunity to heal each other, the rescue dogs and humans. I do. I think we monitor each other as well, the rescue dogs and us. We monitor each other. We're always watching. There is such a relationship with someone or something that has dealt with difficulties in life. We've actually done the cards for the dogs, you know, and things like that. And that's what we've done privately, you know, at times when we've sat with them. It's just that touch. Why don't you do something like that? Maybe you do already. Maybe it's in the place like watching the telly, having the dog next to you. Sometimes I don't want this. I want the attention on me. I think you need the attention for each other. I mean, that touch, it's a powerful communicator. Communication, touch is communication. The energy of that touch. Right. To stop for a moment about I'm just reading your comments, is that all in all, I think at the Yappy Valley Sanctuary now we've lost 3, so I think there's about 26 there. There'll be a bunch of ones that were up for being basically killed because they're in an area that the people, I'd say government, but the local government don't want them there, so they've got to go. But they're happy to have people. Oh, do you know what? I ain't even going to go into that because I'm on this mission to just today talk about them in the way that they need to be talked about. It's so complicated. Like we all are. You can go beyond that communication of touch. It's that reality of having a connection. I think that I'll just keep going on about. There was this one dog I watched on TikTok. Thank you. There's one dog on TikTok that this woman, I mean, this dog is fantastic. And she says, so what have you been doing today? And this dog goes, don't interrupt me. And it's entertainment. But also there's such a bond, such a connection. I think that's the word I've been searching for, bond. These rescue dogs have a bond, particularly with Tina, who's around them all the time. I'd like to think I've got a bond with them. They mimic you as well. So that calmness, mimic. And they just... I'm getting excited. I'm just getting flustered for words because I think I just said it, the bond, the communication, the touch, the aura, the energy is what I'm getting to. I'm going to put... I'm getting to... That's the word I was looking for as well. Therapy for both of you. And by the way, there's not just those dogs on the land. There's another 11 back at another location. And so all in all, there's nearly 40 rescue dogs. I was just figuring that out as I was talking, and it's hard for me. And I have felt a shift, a cosmic shift with a few dogs. I've felt their presence intimidating sometimes, but I just have a way of not, when I say not talking, I'm giving off that energy, that positive energy, until they capture it. I think we both need each other. I really do. I think we both need each other, and it takes very special people in this world to relate to animals in general. They can, like I've said, be our guides, and I have waffled a bit. I think we keep an open mind on their behaviour, especially if you don't know what they've been through. And have you ever heard that phrase? My animal, let's say, that horse saved my life, that cat saved my life, that dog saved my life in more ways than one. Why is that? Because they're giving off that energy, that love. And the one word I haven't said at the moment is unconditional love. Because some of the rescue dogs, they don't know how to love at first. They don't know how to care for somebody who's caring for them. I'm going to come to the end because I'm really I'm getting so. I'm just going to I haven't got any more notes. I just popped on because I was writing some stuff down, guys, and here on a Cosmic Crone conversation, there's two of us normally, and I've got no problem with having a chat on my own. It was just that it's off the cuff, the fact that I've just come on, because I messed it up the first time I did it. But it's off the cuff in the sense of they're really, really, I feel I'm sending them as much positive energy, as much love as I can to go, don't worry, this is a new place. Mum, Tina, your pack leader, whoever is doing their best to keep you safe. Because one of them, I'll tell you what, the minute their environment changed, their personalities changed. It took a few days, like I said, like pack leader. They will continue to be saved and rescued. Sorry, I've been doing some painting this morning. They'll continue to be rescued. They'll continue to be loved. If you have, I'm right at the end now, so probably whoever's listening or watching has gone. But the point being is, I will say, it's SOS Dogs 2017, all one word, at outlook.com. And on PayPal, if you have any spare change, brother, can you spare a dime? You know what I mean? Just to get some more materials. And think about if there is differences between rescue dogs and dogs that are brought up in a more privileged surroundings. You know, genetics sometimes does it. Breeds sometimes make whatever animal behave in a certain way. But give your love and your attention and go to rescue places if you would want another dog. Oh, all right. I've got to put it in the description. In each and every video I do. Yes, ma'am. We will do that. We just forget. I do all the time. Back to the script or non-script. Right. The podcast today, I would say, is dedicated to sausage or sausage. It's dedicated to panda pops, or as we say, panda pops. Our panda. Gavin, Gavila. If anybody knows, you'll know what that is if you watch telly. Are missing Niska because they never got to enjoy the new mountainous surroundings of the rescue sanctuary, the Yappy Valley Rescue. To all animals, I hope you have a safe place to live and teach us to be better people too, because you ain't too bad yourselves, are you? Although I know it'd be very rare if I got a comment from a dog. Oh, excuse me, didn't mean that. You know what I mean, from an animal. To all, I just want to dedicate this to all rescue animals, that you can be loved, you can be saved, and you can save us and give us that positive frequency, that positive vibe that you bring, even if it takes time for us to understand each other. Right, I'm going to go because I ain't finished my coffee yet. And thank you for listening and watching. Remember, give it time, no matter where the rescue dog comes from, for you to grow together and to be safe together and understand each other. All right. You have a good one too. And I will see you on the next one, hopefully without boring you to tears. All right, I'm going to go off now. It's been Marie from A Cosmic Crone Conversation. Just feeling a little bit, I miss the dogs so much. Take care, and we'll see you next time. All right. Oh, bye. Take care. Bye.